Dr. Davis is a National Book Award finalist. She is a Nobel Prize winner with Al Gore. She's written a book, Disconnect, which we're going to be talking about, and she is the president of the Environmental Health Services. Dr. Davis, you are passionate about cell phone safety. Can you tell us about the importance of that?
Well, certainly. I started out looking at this issue and owning 3 cell phones and thinking there could be nothing wrong with it. What I learned is that the countries of Israel, France, and Finland had issued precautionary advice to children, and that cell phones are two-way microwave radios. So you would never put your head near a microwave oven. Why were we holding microwave oven-like devices next to our brains? The reality is a cell phone is relatively weak, but it has the same frequency as a microwave oven, but with much less power. It turns out that there are a lot of studies now showing that the pulsed digital signal from a cell phone can disrupt the blood-brain barrier, can release reactive oxygen species, can weaken membranes, and actually can suppress sperm count. So that is why so many nations are issuing precautionary advice. That's why Yale University just issued a report on the dangers of cell phone. And that's why we at Environmental Health Trust are telling people to practice safe phone.
So I ordered one of these for my children, and I use one myself. Is this the right thing we should be doing?
Well, you're a smart person. This is exactly the right thing you should do. What we say is practice safe phone, and that means distance is your friend. That means use a headset. Of course, this is a little dramatic, it makes the point, but any headset will help you so long as you do not keep the phone on your body in your pocket. Phones are tested today with a spacer next to the ear of a dummy based on a man who is 6 feet 2 tall with a head weighing 11 pounds, and he weighs 220 pounds. In fact, phones are never tested on children, and they're never tested in pockets. They're only tested here at this position or in a holster. If a phone were tested inside the pocket of the breast pocket or the pants pocket, they would violate the FCC exposure guidelines. Our website at environmentalhealthtrust.org has information on all of the fine print warnings that cell phone companies produce today. And they say if you put the iPhone 4 in your pocket, you can exceed the FCC exposure guidelines. Let me tell you something as a grandmother I'm very concerned about. They are making baby iPhone rattle cases today.
Wow.
For infants to have iPhones to play with so they can slobber on them, drop them, and they won't break. You know, here's an example that is just blows my mind of an app for babies. This is what they put on the phones for babies.
Look at that.
See these things here? You can close in. This is intended to be played with by a baby, and they make actual sounds. It tells you what it's doing here.
Circle. 8.
Wow.
Star. 0. Square.
And it can keep children occupied for hours at a time. And people are not thinking about what this means to the developing brain. And what we know about the developing brain is this. Children's brains will absorb twice as much cell phone radiation as an adult if they're age 5. We're doing studies now with Environmental Health Trust in Brazil and Vienna, where we are showing that the baby's head will absorb 2 to 20 times more radiation. No one ever dreamed that these devices would be used by babies for things like this.
Yeah. Very scary, but thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Thank you, Dr. Sandy.